So, you know, I tried to cancel the order. They said it was too late. And what's up, SVTV? It's your girl Brian, and today I'm about to be telling the crazy story time about how I can't remember if it's DoorDash or if I did it on Uber Eats or I don't know, but one of them food delivery places. The driver, the deliverer, whatever you want to call him, was crazy. Like, so let's start with the backstory. So I am a server, and I remember serving this weird man at my job. He was just so weird, and he seemed super lonely, like. And so he was there around like 12. We were about to close soon, like we had like an hour left, and he was like the only person in my section, and he kept trying to talk to me. Like, anything past getting your wings is like too much for me, but whatever. So he's talking to me, and he's talking about school, and I'm talking about my school, blah blah. He seemed pretty young. Like, I thought he was like 23, but at the end of the conversation he told me he was 31, and I'm like, I mean, you look very young for your age, but not to bash anybody, but why are you talking to me about school like we're the same age? Like, I don't know. Red flag number one, he was just really creepy. So he was talking to me about like anime and stuff. I don't watch anime. I barely watch cartoons, honestly. Like, if it's not like SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, I don't watch cartoons, like the new stuff. And he was talking to me about cartoons for a very long time. And as 1 o'clock is approaching, I'm just like, So every few minutes I like sneak away, but he is still my customer. He's still, you know, you gotta give good customer service, be nice, be friendly. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. Nodded him off with the cartoon talk and the school talk and everything else. And so, I don't know, I guess me being nice put him under the impression that I was feeling him. And I wasn't. I actually was so weirded out. I was telling my manager, like, you might need to call the police after this, because this man need help. So he is telling me all this stuff, and then he asked me on a date before he leaves. And y'all, he didn't ask me to go to the movies with him, to go to dinner, or nothing. He asked me to come watch the Transformers in his mom's basement with him. Now, I quickly lie and say I have a boyfriend. I should have said I was married, something, because... So, I tell him I have a boyfriend, and he starts going on and on and on about his ex-wife. She was crazy and wanted to use him for his money and blah, blah, blah. And, like, I literally felt like a therapist, like. But how's she using you for your money when you stay in your mom's basement at 31 years old? Again, I'm not trying to bash nobody, but don't be sitting here flexing like you're balling when you just told me that you live with your mom at 31 years old. My mom is closer to 31 years old than I am. That's a problem. So anyway, he finally leaves. He tips me like $5, and I look at the paper and I'm like, I just sat here and be nice to you this whole time. I was so uncomfortable, and you tipped me $5. That would have been cool if you would have just ate your chicken and left, but you didn't. But you know what? Whatever. So I'm leaving, and then he comes back, and he puts like $15 more on the table before he left, and his phone number. Thank you, nice try, but I'm not calling you. I'm not calling you. I was 20 at the time. I'm not calling no 31-year-old. Period. So, that was kind of the end of that. Never seen him again. He was like just super creepy, super weird. But he had like this weird, creepy stare, like. I like the Transformers. You like the Transformers too? No blinks, no nothing. He was so creepy. And so, just something you couldn't remember. So, I mean, forget. Something you couldn't forget. So, fast forward like 5 months later. I'm 21 now, at the end of track season, and I'm going to a track meet. And I'm getting ready for my track meet. And I'm like, I don't have time to get breakfast and go like get ready for my track meet. So I'm getting dressed at home, and I know I gotta go to school, and because all my uniforms are at school. So I order DoorDash for some IHOP. So I got like some toast, some grits, some eggs, all type of breakfast stuff from IHOP ordered, and I ordered it to the school because I knew by the time we got there I would be at the school. So I'm getting ready, waiting on my food, and it's like not coming. Like 45 minutes pass, it's not coming. And like the time on the app keeps getting pushed back, and I'm like, okay, I have to get on the van to go to the track meet. And so, you know, I tried to cancel the order. They said it was too late. And so I'm like, text the driver that's listed on the thing. And I'm like, hey, like, I'm not going to be here past 8:25. It's 8:20. Like, what's going on? And he's like, not responding. So I'm like, okay, like, I guess this driver's just going to pull up to wherever I'm at. And, I mean, wherever it said I'm at, and I'm not going to be there because it literally came like 30, 40 minutes after the delivery time was supposed to come. So, luckily, my coach was running late, and I was sitting in the gym waiting for my coach to come when the delivery number calls me and was like, I'm outside of the building, like, with your food. So, I'm like, okay. So, I get in my car from the gym and drive all the way back to my room, and thinking that he was going to be outside of the door, and he wasn't outside the door. You had to get key, like, access to get into my dorm. So somebody had to let him in. They let him into my dorm, and he's just sitting on the bench. Like, I see the person with the bag of food sitting on the bench, and I open the door, and I'm like, hi. It was him. It was him, y'all. So I'm like, and he like, oh, I thought you went to UMKC. Because I always lie and tell people that I go to UMKC. Because, yeah, you can know I'm in school and I'm a college student, but you don't need to know my life. You don't need to know where I go. That's weird. Especially if you're trying to hit on me at work. Like, no. So he's like, I thought you went to UMKC. And I'm like, this man knows where I stay now. the exact building. I'm so scared. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I transferred, and I'm like trying to hurry up and get my food. Mind you, I have to go back to my car and drive back to the gym to go to the track meet. So we're kind of walking out together, and I'm trying to walk really slow so he could like walk in front of me and just leave. But he's going step for step with me, like step for step. He's not like he's holding conversation with me, and I'm like, I'm not talking to you. Like, I should be talking to you about how long you took my food and how cold it is. It was little. My food was disgusting. I don't even think I ate it. But he's walking step for step with me, and I'm like, 911. Help. So I see where his car is parked because he's doing a little doo-doo-doo thing with his key. And so I see him doing that, and I see his car is parked closer than mine. So that means he should get in his car, and I could keep walking past his car to get to my car. But he walks past his car, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, the whole time, the first time we talked, I was at work. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 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 yeah. My little customer service voice. He must have thought he saw a ghost because that was gone. I was like, when he walked past his car, I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I was just walking you to your car. I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, I'm just trying to be a gentleman, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm fine. I'm at school and it's 8:30 in the morning. I don't need you to walk me to my car. I don't need you to know what my car looks like. Get away from me. I literally had to say, get away from me. So he backs up into his car, and then I'm like just kind of standing in the middle of the parking lot, like not getting into my car until you get into yours and drive off. Like, you freaking weirdo, like, go. So he gets in his car, and he's like taking a little second. I'm like, you know what, maybe he just using his GPS. Like, he trying to pull up his GPS to get back to where he trying to go. Or maybe he got more food in the car to deliver. He pulling up their address. Something. Because he not just sitting there. Like, I know he not just sitting there. He was just sitting there. So I let 4 minutes pass. And I'm just like, you know what? I gotta go. So I get back in. I go get in my car. And I drive to the gym. And as I'm pulling off, he pulling off too. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Like, why are you following me? I'm like, okay, maybe he not following me. He just so happens to leave when I leave. So then I'm like, let me test the waters. So instead of driving to my destination, I just do a full circle where I end up right back in front of the building that I live in. And he did the full circle with me, and I'm just like, Jesus. And then I'm just like, you know what? My whole team is at this gym. And this crazy man want to follow me to the gym on my territory. He got another thing coming because I got people on my team that will really go to war for me. So try me. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to just pull up into this parking lot and see what he do. He pulls up into the parking lot, pulls up beside me, and he rolls his window down and pretends like he got something to say. And he's like, how do you get out of here? I'm like, if you go to Avila, you know. When you get to the gym, you can see the street. You have to get on the street to get to the gym from my building. Y'all know, I know, he know that he was on the street. It's not, I don't go to Mizzou. Avila's this big. So I'm like, leave this parking lot. If you go out of this parking lot, you can go left or right. You're on the street. You're out of Avila. Leave me alone before I go get my coach and all my other male teammates and some of my girl teammates because they like to fight too. Bye. So he left. I didn't tip him, and that was it. Never seen him again, but that was a very scary, creepy moment in my life that I don't want to experience again. So, I mean, moral of the story, be careful. Be careful when you're ordering pizza, when you get into Ubers, when you order Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever your preference may be. Stay cautious because these people are crazy. And yeah, I mean, I'm just a little nervous now because he knows where I work, he knows where I go to school, and at the time he knew where I lived, so I'm like, but I'm still alive. This was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Never seen him again. Hope I never see him again. And yeah, that was that. So yeah, that's my story. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, all the other YouTuber stuff, and I guess I'll see you on my next video.